What's up, good people? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. It's your girl, Coach TaShon, your marriage communication coach. Listen, thank you so much for joining me. I am on this new platform. You can catch me right here live every Monday at 6 p.m. for Marriage Mondays and live right here on Facebook and YouTube at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also on Tuesdays, Talk It Out Tuesdays, live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Facebook Live and YouTube. But I'm on this new Restream platform, and it is super cool or whatnot. So thank you so much. So if you see a little different background, thank you. It's a new platform, but thank you so much. Welcome again to Marriage Monday. Listen, y'all, all day today, my timeline been blowing up with the events that happened yesterday, right? Listen, I want y'all to understand again, as your marriage communication coach, don't argue about nothing. Do not argue about anything, okay? Because I know some households were kind of divided, but do not argue about anything, all right? All of that stuff is good. Don't is done, right? So listen, this week we're kicking off. We're talking about practicing intentional listening. Intentional listening. We were talking about empathy, kindness, love is all of that. It's all wrapped together in bridging the communication gap. It's part of that communication package, right? Intentional listening. So listen, go ahead and get your notepad. You know how I feel. Get your notepad. You got your sticky notes, your notepad, pencil, pen, whatever, so you can take these notes because that's the only way it's going to work. As your coach, this is a partnership. So that means when I give you something, that means you're going to take it, write it down, and you're going to apply it. That's how coaching works. That's how our relationship works. We apply, right? So go ahead and get ready. And you know I don't like to keep you long, so that's what, because you're gonna have some stuff to do with you and your boo. All right, I'm just saying you're gonna have some stuff to do with you and your boo. All right. Listen. All right, so we are talking about Marriage Monday. We're talking about 5 ways to practice intentional listening. And y'all, I got this new note device. So if you see, I got still like my paper, but this is pretty cool. So if you see me looking over, I got my notes, right? I got my notes. So listen, for number 1, again, our theme for this week is intentional listening. Actually listening. A lot of times we're like, oh, he doesn't communicate or she doesn't communicate. Well, are you listening? Are you listening? So, number 1, this is what I want you to write down. Number 1, did you hear me or did you just listen? So, this is what that means. Put down the phone. Put down the phone. How can I make it clearer? Put down the phone and tune into your spouse. That's right. Tune into your spouse. You can't say you're listening while scrolling IG, Facebook, whatever platform you choose, social media, whatnot, YouTube, all of that. You cannot say that you're listening and get while scrolling, right? So give your spouse your full attention. That means that eye contact, a little head nod, a little just a little. And the I hear you, so that you can be present. That is the biggest thing. When we're sitting here and your partner is talking to you and you're just scrolling, you're giving a little head nod, but guess where your eyes are? They're on the internet. They're on somebody's page. They're on something besides your spouse. So put down the phone. When it comes to communicating and there's a conversation that is needed, it doesn't have to be a bad conversation, but give your spouse that moment. That moment. It's not going to hurt you to put down the phone. And even if you have to be on the phone, if you have to be on the phone, ask your partner, tell your partner, say, hey, I really got to do something real quick. Hold that thought. I am like literally, I got to get this email out or I got to answer this call, because if you're a business owner, sometimes that happens. or if you're working and you're working from home or whatnot, sometimes that happens. However, be intentional about it. Like, don't just leave your spouse out there to hang it, But once you finish doing that task, once you finish completing that task, give your full attention to your spouse. 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, even if you got to take the timer to start practicing. Because again, this takes practice, right? You may not be used to, yes, you've been married for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 years. But that doesn't mean that you've been practicing being intentional when you're listening to your spouse. It happens. It happens. And your marriage is not over. What do I always tell you? Your marriage is not over. So don't beat yourself up. But this is something that you can start and you can practice with it. Okay. So yeah, make sure. Can y'all are y'all making sure that y'all can hear me? Make sure that you can hear me. Okay, I want to make sure, because last week they had to fix my it wasn't me, it was something. I want to make sure that you hear me. So listen, I want you to put the phone down. There's a song with Erykah Badu, and she says, I can make you put your phone down. We're gonna talk about that later, but it is like, make you put your phone down. That means I'm going to demand your full attention. When you're talking to me, come on. Like, it doesn't take but 5, 10 minutes. Give your spouse that intentional time in listening. All right. That's the biggest component of communication. Listening. All right. Number two. Here we go. Repeat and confirm. Repeat and confirm. So what I hear you saying is, and it's not being sarcastic. You're not trying to be funny or any of that. It's really, you're repeating and confirming what your spouse is saying. So what I hear you saying is, instead of assuming, repeat what they said. So what you're saying is, you felt unheard when I didn't respond. I get it. I get it. So this keeps the miscommunication from turning into a whole unnecessary argument. That's it. So it's okay to repeat and confirm what you heard. And again, what I tell you, tweak these to fit your conversation, your personality, or whatnot. You don't have to go verbatim what Coach T said. I don't want to. I want to stress you out, because what I tell you, I don't like to be stressed, and I'm definitely not going to stress you, right? So you're just going to repeat and confirm. When your partner is talking and you're really not sure of what they're saying, repeat it back. So what you're saying is, y'all know how we can talk. What you're saying is, what I'm hearing is, and again, you're not being sarcastic with it, right? You're really trying to find out what your spouse is saying. Like, that's part of that intentional listening. Okay. So next time, it's like, don't assume, and don't try to jump in and be like, I heard you. No, go ahead and ask, repeat what they were saying, and just ask, confirm it. Like, I think I heard it, what you're saying. You Is that what you're saying? Okay. Okay. Now I got it. I get it. Now I understand what you're saying. Yo, don't assume. Don't assume. That's your boo. So you can talk. You can talk with each other like that, right? You can talk with each other. Don't assume. Make sure, just repeat and confirm. So what I'm hearing you say is, y'all know. All right. Number three. I want you to pause that clap back. Yeah. Pause the clap back, y'all. Mm-hmm. Y'all know we can get in our feelings real quick, real easy during our conversations. And we talked about these a couple of sessions ago. We love this mouth, especially sometimes us wives. We get a little jazzy. We want to clap back, No. Pause the clap back and just breathe. You got to take that pause. You ever been halfway through your sentence and your spouse already has a rebuttal loaded, like literally ready? I've been there, done that. Couldn't wait to get my point across. Could not wait till the conversation stopped. Right? Could not wait till my husband finished because I was ready. I was ready. That's not it, y'all. That's not it. That's not it. It's frustrating. So instead of coming back quick with a defense, try, let me make sure I get what you're saying before I respond. And again, you're not being sarcastic with any of this. You're not. You're really trying to figure out what your spouse is saying. You're really having you really want to listen. That's intentional listening, right? It's not about being right. It's about being heard. And again, you are a unit. You're a unit. Unit. You're together. So there's no competing. There's no like I'm gonna make sure that it's none of that. You really want to hear what your spouse is saying. That's it. So pause that clap back. Y'all know, pause it. There's no reason for you to clap back at your spouse. None. And just read. Just I said read. You got just breathe. Just breathe. Right? But pause it, y'all. Pause it. We are not in a competition with each other. You're not in competition with your spouse. The goal is to really be heard, right? You're not trying to out talk the other. You're not trying to outsmart that. No, you're really trying to understand, listen, and understand each other. Okay. So number 3, that's pause the clap back. All right. Number four, nonverbal ain't no joke. What I tell you before? Those facial expressions, and that's something I had to learn over time. The facial expressions, your face be telling, listen, it tells on you. Your face be telling on you. I'm trying to tell you. Side eye, the crossing of the arms, the head tilt, the mouth. Y'all know. Come on, y'all. Y'all know. And it really says that I'm not listening. Or I'm ready for you to be quiet. I'm ready to get my point out. I'm not listening. I'm not paying attention because I'm ready for you to get done. That's exactly what your body and facial expressions, that's what they do. That's what they do, right? So try giving a nod. Try leaning in and actually being like engaged so your spouse feels valued. So instead of sitting back doing this because you still got an attitude, or you really like, okay, your mind is on something else and you're really not feeling the conversation right now, this your boo. Come on. So instead of doing all of this, lean in. Lean in. You could do a little. I like my head is, I like to lean in like this because I'm really like trying to listen. And so my husband knows like if I'm doing this, I'm like I'm listening, right? Now he will tell me, he has told me before about my facial because I my eyebrow go up. Um, or if I do like this, what? What? Right? That is a sign that I'm not listening and I don't want to talk. That's not good. That's not healthy. That's not what you want to do. So lean into your boo. Talk, lean in. Say, oh, I'm listening, baby. What we talking about? What we talking about? Because I'm there for you. I'm with you. Right? Come on now. This your boo. Y'all been together 7 years plus. This is your boo. So the facial expressions, the body gestures, it says a lot. Again, if you cross your arms, if you all snared, your eyebrow up, you got an eyebrow like me and it goes up and you just, whatever. You're not listening. You're ready for an argument. And that's not what we're doing. We're bridging the communication gap with intentional listening. Okay. So number 4, nonverbal. Ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. Okay. Number 5, ask, do you want a fix or just to vent? Ooh. Ask, do you want a fix or just to vent? Sometimes they don't need a solution. They just need to be heard. Your spouse, so before you start dropping advice like your Dr. Phil or even Coach T, Oprah, before you start dropping advice, Because I'm telling you now, the advice that you don't. So before you try to, channel your inner Coach T, ask, say, babe, do you need me just to listen, or are you looking for a solution? Because I got you either way. I got you either way, right? Sometimes they just need you to hold space, not fix anything. They don't need you to come to their rescue. They just really need you to listen. So next time when you're in that space with your spouse and your spouse really needs to talk to you, ask them. Ask your spouse, do you need a solution, or do you really need me to, listen? Either way, I got you. I am there for you. I'm all ears. I am here. You want to make sure that your spouse understands that you are intentionally listening. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. Intentionally listening. All right. So here's your next. This is your TLC action step, because again, this is a coaching relationship. So when you're on here taking notes, I got something for you to do. It ain't you because you're gonna do it. All right. So what I want you to do, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take a moment today to practice these. And then I want you to check back in under this post, okay? And drop a fire emoji. Drop a fire emoji if you've ever felt unheard in a conversation with your spouse. And which one of these did it hit home for you? This is a safe space. Y'all know I'm big on safe spaces. I'm big on safe spaces. You don't have to tell all your business, but I can tell you, I've done these and I've had it done to me, right? Especially with my facial expressions. I've done these. So I understand and I know exactly what you're feeling and so forth. So just let me know. Check in with me, because again, this takes practice. This is something you're going to practice every day. That's the reason why I have you taking notes. So you can go back, not starting when you have an argument. Intense moment of fellowship. You're not going to start it. You're not going to pull out your notepad and be like, well, Coach T said, I supposed to just breathe and pause and breathe and not say nothing. That ain't what I said. Nope, that ain't what I said. No, you're going to intentionally practice these every day. And even if your spouse is not on board just yet, you be the example. You be the example. Okay? You be the example. Now, listen, we could talk about all of these things and more on February the 22nd, 2025 at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time online at our fireside chat, our community fireside chat. It is free, y'all. It is free. Okay. The fireside chat is happening for this month. It's Love on the Table. Register. It's free. Only one spouse has to sign up. So that means just one of y'all take the wheel. Boom. Put your information in and it's free. You go to www.IamTrinetteLcollier.com and listen, if registration is free, putting your information and you'll get your link there when you register and so forth. When I say I'm so excited, and it's Love on the Table, so that means you get to bring and showcase your snacks that you and your boo like to have. I told you I like wings. He's not necessarily a wing person. He was like, that's the South thing. I was like, I guess so, but I love wings. So I'm trying to see what we're gonna do on the 22nd. I don't know. He a chef and all. He like to outshine me and stuff. He like to get in there and just be like just cooking up stuff. Yeah. So y'all got to give me some ideas of what we're gonna do, what we're gonna cook. All right. Love on the Table. Go ahead and register. IamTrinetteLcollier.com/services. It's right there in the middle of your of the website, so you don't have to scroll all over the place. You don't have to be like, I can't find it. Yes, you can. It's right there. Fireside chat. Register. It's free. FREE, free. Like it's free. Okay. So no excuses. The website is right here. And make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube and to the emailing list so that you can keep in contact, stay connected with me. I have some awesome resources on the website. The newest blog just came out and so forth, talking about intentional listening and all of that. Okay. So again, intentional listening. These are 5 real ways, because again, I am your coach. This is a relationship. I'm not going to give you any fluff. I'm not, these are real relatable ways that you could practice intentional listening. Okay. And so join me tomorrow for Talk It Out Tuesday as we continue practicing intentional listening with your spouse. Okay. I told you, I got you. I got you. I'm trying to make sure it flows for you. Okay. So there won't be any excuse. So you be like, what she say? No, you Marriage Monday today, Talk It Out Tuesday, tomorrow 6:30 p.m. And tomorrow, you make sure you have your notes. Come on back out live right here, and we're going to continue. All right? So until tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will see you here live. Okay? So y'all take it easy tonight. Be kind to each other. Love on each other. Kiss your boo. Kiss your boo. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And make sure that y'all practice these. Add a little something to it. You can add a little something to while you intentionally listening to each other. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You can work a little something while you're intentionally listening to each other. Okay. So until tomorrow, you guys, I love you. Peace out.